Good morning, folksies. Today is day one of 100 Days of Sketching. Let's do this thing. I want to start my new project today, right? The first project for this challenge. And yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to. Welcome to day one of 100 Days of Sketching. And yep, let's begin this thing. Raveen, you want to know what's the first mini project that I want to do in this paper?
Should I guess?
Sure, go ahead.
Give me an example.
I don't think you'll get it.
Oh, okay, alright.
Figure out,
Should I?
Yeah, this is the first project I want to do.
Should I read it out?
Yeah.
Mini Project 1. One piece illustration.
Yep. You know what that is?
Yep. A big drawing.
That's exactly right.
That's how I understand.
The first project that I'm going to be doing for the next 20 to 30-ish days is this, right? This is one piece illustration where I'll be drawing something little every single day on that one piece for the next 20 to 30 days. Now, some people will be asking me, Keshav, are you not following the prompt list for this 100 Days of Sketching challenge? Well, I am following the prompt list for some days, while on the other days, I'll be focusing on doing projects. The prompt list, the whole idea behind the prompt list is this. It's to actually serve as an idea bucket for you to get ideas on those days where you don't have any ideas. I think I'm done with this whole spinning thing. It's sort of... Okay. Right, this is my iPad, and this is where I usually draw things on. But for this one piece project, I'm going to do things completely traditional. The good old-fashioned traditional way. Paper, ink, and pencil. Alright, here are some details about the project. This project is inspired by an illustration I did back in 2018 where I drew this sort of 7 to 8 feet long illustration where it had characters from one of my comic world that I was building back then. So I was drawing one character each day. So it had 30 characters and it was a long illustration piece, and I want to do something like that this year. But not a long one, but rather a short one. So one character each day for next 20 to 30 days. It's been a while since I've drawn traditionally, and I gotta say, my hands are literally shaking. Because I'm scared to mess up the lines. I can't undo this thing. Traditional art.
India is recording the highest number of daily cases in the world.
Pressure is mounting on India's government to impose a national lockdown after the country recorded more than 20 million COVID infections.
See all this, all the PC, they're going away because we gotta switch to work from home. The bloody COVID situation is freaking killing us. The past 2 days have been a bit of very meh and unproductive days because the COVID situation in the state, in Tamil Nadu, by the way, in India. 26,000 cases, 26,000 cases per day. Good job. So the guys are at home and I'm back here coming to the studio every day, and I'm working alone. It feels weird because I've been working with others, at least in the presence of other people, in a sort of a work-like environment for the past year or so, year and a half actually. And this is very weird. This is very hard for me to just come in with nobody in and just sit down and work. It's because it's boring. I don't know what to do. It's so silent. And yeah, I don't like that. That's why I hired people in the first place. So that I won't be alone. So damn! Judge spit.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
With today, week 1 of 100 Days Sketching is done. Today is Friday. The challenge started last Saturday, and it's getting completed today. And I'm sort of taking it different this year than the previous years, because I always at the start of every challenge I blast off with guns blazing, just go, try my hardest at the first few days. But this year has been sort of chill, and I kind of like it. I feel like I'll pick up pace slowly throughout the end of this challenge. So for this whole One Piece illustration, I'm really inspired by this Jake Parker One Piece thing. So Jake Parker, right? He did these this long traveler's illustration. This is like one drawing every day, and he did this. I really like his second version, like this one. And he was inspired by another guy named, I don't know what's his name. He did this whole long accordion style illustration. I don't know his name, but yeah. So like that's the idea, right? Sort of something like this. But I want to infuse my own thing into it rather than just, copying this. I'm not copying it obviously, but I'm taking inspiration from this whole idea of One Piece, and I want to try and put my own thing into it. He had a big sheet to draw on, like a really big sheet, but what I have here is a very small sheet. It's like A3. He had like this big sheet. So the problem I have is like trying to fit in things within this. That is the biggest issue that I'm facing at the moment. So the idea is the good guys on this side, and another sheet is going to be right here. So that's that's for the bad guys. I've ordered the what is this thing? Strathmore Bristol. This is the thing that I'm using. I've ordered it. It's coming. I don't know when it's gonna arrive in this bloody lockdown. And I'm gonna fit in 10 characters within one side. 10 characters here, 10 characters here. I'm totally unprepared for this. We'll see how this goes. Well, I'm drawing this thing and sketching things out, and I'm realizing actually that I couldn't fit in 10 characters in here. I mean, if those characters are small, I can fit it, but the problem is this, right? These characters are supposed to be small, these two characters. So there's a lot of those issues that I'm sort of facing right now, and I'm thinking maybe I should dial it back down to like 5 or 6 characters maximum. 5 I think, because I want to draw like 2 good characters and like a spaceship behind it. Yep, first time's the charm. No, third time's the charm. I'm just doing this the first time, so I have 2 more times to screw up and learn. It's sort of been a while since I did everything by myself, like filming, tripod, all that stuff. It's been a while. I'm sort of not used to it. Feels like I'm like a baby. We're trying to learn how to walk again. I think I'll catch up pretty fast, but it does feel a bit weird. Oh yeah, I need to put this base plate on the camera so this camera can go up on the tripod like that. Alright, yeah, just want to place it right here so that I can talk to you. I think I'm pretty much done talking to you actually. So yeah, I'm trying to figure things out as I go through this challenge. It's just week 1, And I kind of get that it's sort of hard and easy at the same time. But the point of me or anybody going through this challenge is to put yourself through something like a disciplined routine such as this, so that you learn how to start things, finish things, go through the process of boredom. You know, that's one thing that I've learned in the past 1 week, right? Which is I'm looking at myself objectively when I'm sort of giving myself these tips. I've been trying to give these little tips for myself as I go through this challenge, like tips on showing up for the next 3 weeks, right? Just focusing on showing up for the next 3 weeks so that we make progress and build a habit, build a routine, build some sort of a thing, right? And being okay with missing days, being okay with creating imperfect drawings, being okay with just creating bad drawings in general. So those are all the stuff that I'm sort of trying to look at myself and give myself those tips so that I'll remember them as I go through this thing. But this whole bloody loneliness and COVID lockdown thing is really zapping a lot of energy out of me. Alright, so here's the progress that I've made so far for this week. The character I do today, these 3 characters from this week, and this little sketch I've drawn. I'm gonna give it some time, let it simmer, so that I can come back and refine the sketch and do something. I think I can fit in more characters right here, here, and here. The sun is just going down. Great. It just turned dark in like 2 seconds. Sashi, increase the exposure. Boom. So yeah, I really wish this COVID thing just settles down so that we can just go back to normal. Part of me, inner part of me, which likes chaos, is also sort of fine with how things are being. I don't like that because you know, most of the projects that I've done in the past have started in times of chaos, in times of uncertainty, and always went on to thrive. Like drawing camp last year launched in the middle of a lockdown and middle of coronavirus, the pandemic. And then the year before that, all the projects that I did, middle of uncertainty. YouTube channel started in the middle of a time of uncertainty. Everything that I did started in a time of uncertainty, and read somewhere in a book that great companies and great startups and great projects are made during times of depression. So if that is true, I think we're on track. I've been listening to the Justin Bieber thingy. You know, I don't like the lyrics, but I kind of like the vibe of that song. It's nice. It's very nice.